Everyday Superpower, where we talk body language, game, relationships, everything in between. I got a good one for you today. We're going to talk about attraction. We're going to talk about a woman's body language. And I'm going to start off by reading some definitions, okay? So this is the first time I'm reading definitions, but I've got faith, alright? So stick with me. Preening, or to preen, okay? So that means for a bird, generally, to tidy and clean its feathers with its beak, okay? For a person, it's to devote effort to making oneself look attractive and then admire one's appearance. The example is adolescents preening in their bedroom mirrors. So yeah, preening is a maintenance behaviour found in birds that involve the use of the beak to position feathers, interlocked feather barbules that have become separated. And then people also ask, what does it mean if someone is preening? If someone preens themselves, they spend a lot of time making themselves look neat and attractive, okay? Used especially if you want to show that you disapprove of this behaviour, that you find... I don't know what that means, but let's get into it. My question is, does she preen herself for you? And I'm not going to... Well, yeah, we'll talk across the board. Does she preen herself for you? Does she go out of her way to make herself presentable? And more importantly, does she subconsciously adjust and correct every minute detail that could potentially signal her best self to you? I've got a lot of videos on preening and women putting their best foot forward as far as preening the hair, the jewelry, the this, that, and the third. And we do this as well. As men, we do this a lot. We'll ensure we're looking our best self to that woman, puffing the chest out and, sitting upright and lowering our voice. I mean, that's not necessarily preening, but there's all these different behaviours and these jumble of attraction garnering subconscious behaviours we will do in order to hyper accentuate our what we perceive as our attractive traits. Yeah, men will sort, if they've got a bit of a belly on them, do you know when it can grab on a little bit, they will sort themselves out, sort of allow a little more space to breathe down in their shirt so it doesn't stick to them. They might flatten out some this, that, and men will spray themselves with spray, and so will women. So I'm asking you, does she preen herself for you, okay? If she didn't care whatsoever, she isn't going to care about how you perceive her. If she's really got no respect for you, she's not going to care about how you perceive her, right? Maybe she's comfortable with you, which is good. So you have to sort of make sense of that as well. Is she just so comfortable with you that you're the only person who can see her in such a natural state? Because that's a beautiful thing as well, right? She feels that she doesn't have to do this to you out of everyone. So you also have to look at both sides of things. But preening can also be a showcase of anxiety. And anxiety is incredibly potent and fantastic when it comes to someone showcasing that they're attracted to you, because why wouldn't you be a little bit anxious and nervous around the person you've got feelings for, or the person you want to have see you in your best light? And when it comes to a woman, her appearance is the most powerful tool in her toolbox. That's how she seduces men. That's what men like. We like what we look at. So does she preen? Alright? Do you surprise her one day by doing an appearance, just popping in somewhere where nobody expected you to be, but whilst you were in town, you pop by and you find that this woman has just gone to the toilet and she's just come back with some fresh lipstick put on, or she smells a little more fragrant than what she initially did? Is that because of you? I speak through experience. These are striking moments, but these are the truth. Yeah? When she fluffs her hair and sorts her hair out and she makes sure that her hair is incredibly presentable, the hair tends to be one of the focal points of a woman's, attraction body language is very important to pay attention to. So initially I was getting into this to talk strictly about the preening behaviours, but it is fascinating. The flip side, is she so comfortable and confident with you that she can be natural and organic and really show you her true self? Because that's also a great showcase of what you mean to her. She can rid of so much of her mask, and she can give you her all, unlike what she gives somebody she is in a relationship with, you know? When you get in a relationship with someone, or when you just see someone for a date and you end up at someone's house, you sleep with them. And when you wake up, she might remove her makeup, or she might have last night's makeup on. She looks less than what she did the night before, but she's okay with that because you were worth it. So, in her lack of preening, or her, not going out of her way to look bad, but in her lack of attention to oneself to an extent where she is the complete natural, organic version of herself, and hopefully still very beautiful, Her presentation of that to you is for you to see a little more of her true self, her inner self. And that's a fantastic thing as well. This conversation has taken a turn in a direction I didn't necessarily see it going, but it's the truth. It's the truth. The middle ground might be the space where you don't necessarily have much luck with that woman, where there's just such a distinct lack of care that she will apply herself to look presentable in the environment she's in, but she's not trying to impress you because she doesn't care for that. Last thing she wants is you actually showing her interest. So it's actually a action of repulsion. When we speak about attraction and repulsion, she's repulsed by you. She doesn't want you to come closer. She actually wants you to go away. And she's not so comfortable with you, which is a powerful tool, right? When we attract people, we rid of the potential threat we may be. We don't want to be threatening. No one's going to engage in intercourse with somebody they find threatening, So, where do you stand? And have you identified any of these preening behaviours? I've got a dictionary of body language in the links in the description of this video, 220 videos if I can read people through their nonverbal behaviour. And I go into depth about all of these behaviours, so I don't need to start on this video by going into what preening is and how you can dial it down to 1 or 2 sort of behaviours, or 5 behaviours, or 10. I'm asking you, have you seen it? And will you start to pay attention to it? And will you start to understand it? Anything she does to enhance her appearance, particularly around you, that's to take note of and to pay attention to. More so than her words, more so than her glances. It's about her putting her best foot forward as if she was on a job interview, right? And we have to dress ourselves because we know them impressions count and we're more likely to get the job. She's more likely to get you. That's some game. And on that note, I'm signing out, so click like and subscribe because I'm uploading every day. Aside from the catalogue of body language, I've also got the Patreon link down in the description, which will have you joining me. So if you want to learn this game and see this in real life, I've got videos of real life first dates. We're going to look at attraction and repulsive body language between 2 real people on a consistent basis. You'll see that manifest in real life because we all work on the same sort of undercurrent, the same patterns of behaviours. You'll never forget it. And on that note, I'm signing out. Peace.